Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise once again as a proud American. I love my country. I love what it stands for in terms of its great ideals. And Madam Speaker, as a proud American, I rise today to address the question of hostage taking. One of the principles that we employ in international diplomacy, and I'm being a little bit euphemistic by saying international diplomacy, but one of the principles that we employ is that of not negotiating with hostage takers. You take one of our planes, hijack one of our planes, and you demand a ransom, we will not negotiate with you. Grab an American off of the streets in some distant place, we will not negotiate with you. Doesn't matter that you start out at 50 million and then reduce your desire to have a ransom of 10 million maybe. We don't negotiate with you. You're a hostage taker. The United States of America, the greatest and richest country in the world that can pay the price, refuses to negotiate with hostage takers. Madam Speaker, this is bigger than the president. This is about whether or not we will allow any president to take hostages and demand a ransom that must be paid, or else the hostages will continue to suffer. This is about whether we will allow any president to do this, not just a Republican president, any president. It is un-American to take persons hostage within this country and demand a ransom when we wouldn't allow it on the international stage. So I am a person who decided that it was appropriate to meet with the hostages, and I did. I met with the hostages who work with the IRS. I heard their clarion call for help, their appeal for some understanding. And when I met with them, it became very clear to me that there is pain beyond the pain of not having the check to pay the bills. Some of these persons literally indicated that they were having some mental concerns that would have to be addressed because they've played by the rules. They've come to work. They've done their jobs. And now they find themselves in this most tenuous position of being denied the wages they have earned. There is something wrong when a president will hold hostage people to the extent that they are having mental issues as a result of the hostage taking. And one of the things called to my attention was that they don't believe that this all ends with them the moment they are allowed to go back to work and receive the wages that they have earned. They believe that they may have to have some additional counseling to help them through and to better cope with the experience that they never contemplated they would have as a result of being employed by the United States of America, the richest country in the world. So this is bigger than this president. It's about him, but it's bigger than him. It's about whether or not we are going to allow hostage taking within the country and yield to it, or are we going to demand that we do what we continue to say is our bedrock principle when it comes to negotiating with hostages on the international stage, and that is, you release our people. You let them go. So, Mr. President, let our people go. You have become a modern-day Pharaoh. You're holding people hostage, Mr. President. Don't you see what you're doing to the fiber and fabric of this country? Don't you see how you're ripping it apart? You're a modern-day Pharaoh. Let our people go. I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman.